Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Full 90 Champions League Week 5. This has always been, for the years and years I've done this channel, the Champions League has been the fan favourite. So if you are excited for this video, please do drop a like, leave your predictions down in the comments below, and subscribe as we're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. And we're absolutely smashing it. Over the next few weeks till the end of the year, there's going to be like 2 videos a week. There's so much football. The international break is over, and I couldn't be more excited. So get involved with your predictions down in the comments, and let's get started. Kicking it off, we do have Dynamo Kiev up against Bayern Munich. I'm not going to stick around on this one too long. I believe Bayern actually lost to Augsburg at the weekend. However, this is the Champions League. Bayern Munich are elite. I'm pretty sure they've already qualified, but they're going to win this one, no problems. It's going to be a 3-0 win to Bayern Munich. So we're going to move on to a far more intriguing game. Villareal up against Manchester United. It is a top-of-the-table clash, and with what I believe to be a victory for Atalanta against Young Boys, the loser of this game will be in 3rd spot in this group. Villareal are at home. They're tough to beat at home. Should I do it? You know what? Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to change my prediction. Let's go. I originally had a 2-2 draw between the two teams. Villareal are a little bit of a bogey team for Manchester United. Villareal absolutely dominated United at Old Trafford, but managed to lose. However, we've got, I believe it's Michael Carrick, who's going to be the interim manager until they find a new interim manager, until they find a new manager. It's all a little bit strange. I was going to go for a 2-2 draw, but I'm going to predict Man United to lose. They might not. They genuinely might not, but this is going to be a very exciting game. I'm going to go now for a 2-1 win to Villareal, sending Manchester United, probably, based on the other result, down into the Europa League positions. What a game that would be. Again, drop your predictions for that game down in the comments below. I'm so excited for that one. Coming up after that, we have Barcelona up against Benfica. This is going to be a very close game. I think this is going to be quite a low-scoring game, and I do think Barcelona are going to bounce back. Xavi has reinstalled a sort of culture at Barcelona. Obviously, my thoughts do go out to Sergio Aguero, who's had to retire prematurely due to his heart condition. But I do think Barcelona are just going to get the win. I'm going to go for Ansu Fati. Who else to score the only goal? Unless he's injured. He might be injured. Barcelona 1-0 up against Benfica. Now after that, we have Chelsea up against Juventus. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. Juventus had a terrible start to the season, but they're doing well in the Champions League, and they are working their way up Serie A, now in about 5th. Chelsea flying high at the top of the Premier League. At Stamford Bridge, they're going to win this. It's going to be low-scoring. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to Chelsea. Now after this, we have Lille up against FC Salzburg. FC Salzburg won the previous meeting between the two teams 2-1. They average over 2 goals in every game. They're ridiculous, and I think Lille have been struggling this season. So although it's at home, I'm going to go for a little bit of a shock away win, 3-1 to FC Salzburg. Like a convincing away win in my opinion. Moving on, we have Malmo up against Zenit and Petersburg. The only victory for the Russian side in the Champions League came against Malmo, and I think it's going to happen again. Malmo are not good enough to compete in the Champions League. They can get there, clearly, but they're not good enough to actually compete, and Zenit and Petersburg have been banging in the goals domestically, so I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Zenit and Petersburg. After that, we have Sevilla up against Wolfsburg, and I think this is going to be another exciting, entertaining game. I could see both teams scoring here. I'm going to go for the home win though. Sevilla, they are ridiculous at home. Ridiculous at home. They're so good, so hard to beat. I'm going to go for the 2-1 win there. And after that, again, in Manchester United's group, it's Young Boys up against Atalanta. And obviously, if Young Boys get a win, they're well in the mix of it. They'll be on 6 points. However, I think Atalanta are going to get the win and take them on 8 points. And obviously, if Villareal and Man United draw, the top 3 will all be on 8 points. And that'll be very, very exciting. But I'm going to go for a 3-1 away win to Atalanta. If there's one bet that's been safe this season and will make you profit if you bet on every Atalanta fixture, it's Atalanta to win and both teams to score, because the odds are always at least 2.5, sometimes 3.5, and it happens quite a lot. It happens every other game. So I'm going to go for Atalanta to win and both teams to score 3-1. Moving on to the Wednesday fixtures, we have Besiktas up against Ajax. Besiktas on 0 points, down and out. Ajax flying on 12 points. I see this being a routine Ajax win. I'm going to go for a 3-0 win. I think the golfing quality is just too much. After that, we have Inter Milan up against Shakhtar Donetsk. Inter just coming off of a huge win in the context of Serie A, beating Napoli 3-2. And Shakhtar Donetsk, they always have low-scoring games with Inter, 0-0, 1-0. I think Inter at home are going to get the job done. I'm going to go for a fairly subdued 2-0 win. Now, we have a run of 2-1 predictions because I just can't see anything else. Basically, the way I come to the conclusion of predicting a 2-1 is predicting the favourite to win, but predicting the other team to at least score. And that means if the favourite wins, the other team scores, it lends itself well to a 2-1 or maybe a 3-1. But these are all quite close fixtures, so I've gone for a lot of 2-1s. So, Atletico Madrid, AC Milan, I'm going to go for 2-1. I think at the Wanda Metropolitano at home, Atletico Madrid do have the edge, and AC Milan have scored in a lot of their games. Hence, I've gone for a 2-1 win to Atletico Madrid. Now, next up, it's Club Brugge up against RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig are really struggling in this group, and they lost to Club Brugge in the previous fixture. And I thought, you know what? Let's go against the odds. RB Leipzig are the favourites to win this game, but I'm going to give it to Club Brugge. I think home form is something that they're very proud of their home form, and they are formidable at their home ground, even in the Champions League. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Club Brugge. That one is a little bit of an out there prediction, but the thing is, if you predict the safe result in all of these fixtures, I guarantee you some of them aren't going to be that. So it's just a matter of trying to pick out which upsets are going to happen. I've gone with Villareal, and I think Club Brugge could do the same thing here. Now, after that, we have Liverpool up against Porto. I think Liverpool have already progressed to the next round, so we might see some sort of rotation. However, at Anfield, I just cannot see them losing. So I'm going to go for another 2-1 win to Liverpool against Porto. Porto are great, but not as good on their travels as they are at their home ground. So I'm going to give Liverpool a 2-1 win there. After that, it's El Clasico. Manchester City up against PSG. Lionel Messi getting on the score sheet finally in Ligue 1. And Manchester City dispatching of Everton in the Premier League with an absolute Rodri rocket into the top corner. Pickford and maybe a keeper with longer arms would have stopped that shot, but still it was travelling fairly fast. I think at home, Manchester City are going to get the win. PSG don't travel as well. I think Man City and PSG have both won their home games in the Champions League, but PSG haven't won away from home in the Champions League this season, and I don't think they're going to do it against Manchester City. In case you couldn't tell, by the way, I still have a little bit of a cold. I'm still a little bit bunged up, but I'm doing my best for you all. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Man City. I can't see PSG not scoring, but I don't see Man City not winning, so 2-1 there. That is it for the 2-1s, by the way. We're done now because it's Sheriff Tiraspol up against Real Madrid. I know there was a fairy tale start to the Champions League knockout stages with Sheriff Tiraspol, but Real Madrid are going to absolutely batter them. They're going to absolutely batter them. I'd go as far as say -3 handicap on a bet. I think Real Madrid are going to win this one convincingly. I'm going to go for a 4-0 win. Karim Benzema is going to score twice. You can come back to this video, and I'm so confident in that. He's elite right now. So underrated, I think, but Real Madrid are going to win this one convincingly. And the final game is Sporting up against Borussia Dortmund. Sporting again, another team that have a ridiculously good home record. Typically, the games are quite low scoring. They'll often win 1-0, 2-0. Borussia Dortmund are a level up from most of the opposition they'll face in the Portuguese league. So I'm going to keep it low scoring. I'm going to keep it close. And I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. With my change prediction from a draw for the Villareal game to a Villareal win, that was actually the only draw I predicted. So obviously some of these are going to be wrong, but oh my goodness, the Champions League is just so exciting, isn't it? So please do drop a like on the video, leave your comments down below. I'm probably going to go lie down, have a rest, try and get over the last bit of this cold, but that is going to do it from me. There'll be a new Premier League video very, very soon, and I'll see you in that video very soon.